Good morning, everybody. Tina Spalding Trance Channel here today for day 11 of our 40 Days and 40 Nights with Jesus. This is the morning session. Let's see what Jesus has to say to us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and joy is your nature. Joy is what your natural self emits without conditioning. So when you see little children, babies, giggling at balloons and bubbles and rubbing spaghetti all over their face and enjoying everything until somebody thwarts their freedom, or pain arises. These are the two things that turn that joy into something else, and that something else is an insistent cry that joy be returned. This is what you're seeing when you see a small child who has a tummy ache, or a toddler who falls over and skins their knee. They cry in pain. It's simple, it's straightforward. As soon as it's over, they're back clambering down off their parents' lap to go run again, not fearful of falling at all, unless their parents yells in their ear, "Slow down, you're going to hurt yourself." And the beginnings of limitation are implanted in the mind. We want you to understand that the limitations that you feel you have been implanted in your mind for decades. And you are a joy being, you are a loving being, you are a generous being. You come into this place knowing your purpose, trusting your guidance system. There is no small child that does not know exactly what they want and gets very disturbed when you try and stop them getting it. They are determined, and yet through punishment and conditioning, you all learn to shut up and sit down and be quiet. Well, this shutting up and sitting down and being quiet is what is being witnessed now en masse. And it is a lesson for all of you. It is a lesson for all of you. There are some outspoken beings, there are some rebels, there are some who are standing up for their rights. But the vast majority of humans on this planet at this time are doing as they are told, because that's how they've been trained. And it is a reflection of this inner state of being. It is not being forced upon you. It is, in fact, a reflection of you. This is something that's very important for you to understand. That as you witness the reflection that you don't want, loss of freedom, control, just like being in a classroom, isn't it? It's just like being told off by your parents and sent to your room and having no alternative. The same thing is happening, and what we want you to know is that as you shift your interior world, your insides, your responses internally, your thoughts internally, the conversation you have with yourself and others internally, so too will the outside reflection shift and change. This is how beings learn. They have consequences of their actions, thoughts, words, and deeds. And then they get to decide, do they like it or not? This is how you learn. And so many of you are seeing consequences right now that you do not like, but you have not put two and two together because you have not been taught how conditioning, programming, propaganda works. You think it all happened in the past, that Nazi Germany had propaganda, but we don't have propaganda now. We're civilized now. CNN is accurate. Why? Because they say they are telling us the truth. Well, we need to give you a little reality check and help you understand that the punitive system that you are witnessing now is the punitive system you have always been trained by. It hasn't changed. It is merely being honest now. It is laying its cards on the table, and you can see the truth of the game. So the ball is now in your court. The ball is now in your court, and you get to decide, Am I going to be a compliant little child and sit in the corner with my face against the wall as I have been told to do? Or am I going to say, actually, no, I am going to become a sovereign being once again, and I am going to learn how to do it starting today. So that is our challenge to all of you, to return to your sovereignty today. Today, you are not going to be able to do it all in one go, but we want you to witness today, where are you complying voluntarily? Is somebody forcing you to do certain things, or are you merely reading a sign and doing as you are told because that's how you've been trained? This is what we want you to do today. We want you to witness your own compliance. We'd like you to break a couple of your own rules today. So, for example, if you always cook dinner, don't cook dinner. See what happens. See who flips out. See who has a temper tantrum. See what you get accused of. And you are merely doing an experiment. I'm just not making dinner today. And you will see, there are coercive forces at play here. When I don't make dinner, I get punished, I get yelled at, I get anger thrown at me, I get slammed doors, or indifference, or sadness, or emotional blackmail. Just do an experiment. Choose two things that you normally do around the house, in your family, at work. Perhaps you're the one at work that always makes the coffee. Don't make the coffee. See what happens. See how these compliance issues are pervasive in your life, and how you are voluntarily, in small increments, putting yourselves in a limited place. That should give some of you some interesting experiences today. I'm that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again later. He's a troublemaker. All right, thank you for joining me this morning, and I'll see you later, and have fun breaking the rules. Bye.